Alright guys, let's start off with Ashi drills. Let's see how I can do on this. Alright, so you're going to get between your partner's legs, about up mid-chest level here. Pick a side, we're going to crunch, get into our single leg X. Going to be here. We're going to open up, flare to block via the leg, pull this leg through. As we're rotating ourselves, we're kicking through, climb up, pull yourself up. Remember, get your hips off the mat, let it climb on. Think about connecting your knee to your heel, really bite there. Now we're going to go the other direction, we're going to flare that leg, we're going to come back, block here as we're rotating. Foot on the hip, climb up, get that bite. We don't want to do any sort of rocking. As soon as my legs get back here, Gideon's going to drop down, and now I can't get my legs back. All right. So partner up. You go back and forth for a bit. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right, begin.
So you look it out for respecting your elders. Oh shit.
Remember, if you're on the ground, you're trying to flow around the other person. You don't want to be yanking them around while you're moving.
You own this house?
Yeah. How much are you?
Oh,
How do you feel to climb up?
Yes. Yeah, I use that to actually breathe. Yeah.
I'll be in Alabama in July.
I got it. I'll work on it.
Cut that angle a little more. That, when you're getting to your right side. Yeah.
Okay.
20 seconds.
Back in my day, we used to do oxy drills for 6 minutes straight.
Right?
I'm just practicing. Just don't mind me.
Uphill with the wind in our face.
Time. Ready to stop, Bob? Begin.
What's your first one since Jeff's on us? Or were you just covering from today?
I am covering today.
Okay. We don't know exactly like when he's like the exact date.
Well, I think he's gonna still be around for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Wednesdays I'm gonna start kicking over and he's gonna
You mentioned you. Yeah.
follow to watch. Jeff just couldn't make it today. And then tomorrow he's gonna be here for 6 months. Remember to curl your toes back.
Your legs are straight. This is
I will. I have a call. You're fine. 15. Time. Switch. Top bottom. We're going again. Oh yeah, we're going again. One more real quick. Just a quick one. Begin.
Morning, Lucas.
Morning.
Do you know the hockey group? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Time. Switch that bottom. Again. Time.
That's a.
All right. You guys have been going over straight ankle locks?
Yes.
So, and we did this last week, right, with the hooking and switching side to side. So Jeff wanted us to go over this again, and then we're going to touch on a couple of the other different configurations and counters. So we'll just do this for a little bit to get warmed up on it. But the point of this is when we're here and I'm going for this attack, Gideon's going to be popping off that foot first right away every time. So he's doing that. And then he's going to be scooting his butt on top. That's the defense that everyone knows, and it better be the first thing you do. And Gideon already did it. As soon as he puts his leg in there, he's already putting on the boot. He's straightening his leg. He's doing all the things that are going to make it more difficult for you to finish. But what we're going to say is, he did the main defense. He's got the boot. He's got the leg straight. He pops the foot off. He sits on my foot. Well, we're not just going to give up. The best defense is good offense, right? So we're going to go straight from attacking this leg, and now we know that this is shut down. This is bad. There's some ways that we can try and recover it and still go for this leg, but a lot of times it's going to be easier just switching to this other leg. What we're going to do is we're going to hook his knee with this foot. Before he can move it away, he's going to be trying to get this thing to side and everything else. So we're going to be hooking this and keep it for just a second. Grab the heel and kick through. Now we're going to roll the other side and we're going to be attacking this leg. So as we start to go for this one, now Gideon's going to put the boot on, straight the leg, step over. I'm going to be hooking, capture with this hand, kick through, pop back onto this side, and we're going to go back and forth. And this is the routine we're going to do for a little bit. Just get used to, as soon as someone pops that and goes over there, know that you can switch sides and you can counter them on the other side. Okay? So, partner up. We're going to go back and forth on that for a little bit. Okay? So 1, 2, 3.
That's 2 in a row. Group 3.
Yeah,
We can do that.
We'll just rotate through. Do it like 4 or 5 on each side, and then switch. Everyone can do that. Just go back and forth. Try capturing each side 4 times, and then switch who's doing the attacking. pinch your knee to your heel. So go real slow, let him get in the position first to get it established, and then do the defense. Everyone let them have half a beat with the foot on the hip in the right position, and then go for the defense, okay? Don't just be defending as they're switching sides, and you're like not even letting them get established. So do that. Thanks.
Sitting in my foot.
Yeah.
So if he's sitting in my foot and I don't know what all you can. I still don't know if I do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you end up getting it.
This guy is supposed on the mat just to get matching guard.
Yeah. Isolate something. Okay. Last one.
All right, time. Bring it back in here, guys. Okay, so couple things.
Doing good.
One thing when we're getting into this ashi, when we're going for the straight ankle, what you want, the right position we should be in is this foot like wedged. I always go for that hip pocket, the bone right there. You want to just put your heel into that. It gives you something a little more rigid to push against. The other leg, you don't want to hook it on the same leg here, because all he needs to do is reach down and grab my heel, and that knee is already jacked up, so it's real bad. So that's a nasty little like heel hook that they're doing to themselves, and it's real bad. So don't keep your heel out here. You actually want to hook it like around their butt. Yeah, if you want to take a look at that. Got it. I tend to bite down and I'm hooking this heel around his butt, on his hip on the outside there, and that gives me something more to grab onto also. So when Gideon pops that foot and then sit on it, if you would, and stay sitting. So some people were saying that they were having issues getting their foot stuck, and so when they go like this, they're going here and the leg is kind of trapped onto the other side. It shouldn't be a big issue if you're rotating, because it's going to free up on that other side, and it's going to be in a decent position when it's there. So if you do the same thing, pop it there, you sit straight on it. If I'm coming over this way, it's going to open up. It'll free your foot. So you shouldn't have to worry about someone sitting on it too much. It's just going to be stuck there for a second, but it's in the right position. So go back and forth. Pay more attention to where you're putting that top leg, and don't bring that heel to the inside, all right? Let's go back and forth a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. right, let's bring it in. Now we're gonna do a variation on this where instead of sitting on my foot, he hops real strong all the way over. Yeah, like big hop there. And he gets so that I'm losing this angle on it. What I'm gonna do is instead of worrying about getting this foot back to the outside on the hip like that, I'm just gonna bring it in and hook on the inside. And then this leg is now going to go into that hip pocket, and I'm gonna be pushing against the bone. So one thing that is funny, I just saw she was talking about this a week or so ago. This situation was that we're not actually going to be trying to pinch our knees together when we're doing this one. This is more, I'm creating that pressure by pulling myself up and turning this angle. Okay, so the actual finish from here is gonna be, see my legs aren't tight together.
They're connected still.
They're at the hip, they're pinched together, but really it's because I'm creating this pressure away from that when I start to. Yeah, because it's real strong. So practice this going back and forth when the person hops. They're gonna hop farther this time though. Switch to this. Get that there. And I want you to get into a finished position, even if you're not going to actually finish it. So get down and then just loosen up, and then you can go back to the other side. And getting your standard, just get hop over, hook. Other foot goes into the hip pocket. Then we're gonna start getting down. But we don't need to finish the actual training.
Are you using both legs?
I am. But yeah,
Great, you got a ways.
yeah. The pressure is coming in from this is hooking me tight on the leg here, and then I'm actually creating pressure. I'm not just, it's not just sitting there, sort of like when this is on the outside, it's really just getting curled together, and you're trying to connect your heel to your knee there. When you're doing this is strong, and then this is pushing away. That's what's
So it's like you're stepping.
yeah, I'm stepping down, and I'm creating this pressure.
Oh, no. So like for you flare that leg out in both each foot, put your foot in the pocket. Are you connecting your ankles kind of like it's like a power assist almost? Like kind of like
That's what I was
I
asking.
kinda- yeah, I kinda feel that.
my foot, like the foot getting out as well forward. So it's more of
Yeah, I'm hooking them. It's sort of the same as when we're doing our half guard knee shield. You know, anytime we're doing this, I'm always kind of, my feet are going to be connected some way here. Just that little bit of connection. It's the same thing.
Is he not able to manipulate your leg even more so? You said earlier you have to hook the other side when your foot's underneath because he can take your leg and manipulate it.
I'm not able to pop it off, but
Which-
I'm not gonna be able to like feel it in my keyboard.
Oh yeah, no. The heel hook isn't there anymore. That was because I had my leg like this, and he's rotating it like that. Now, when I've got it like this, and the reason why it's going to be real hard for him to move either one of these feet is because I've got a lot of pressure going there, and I'm pushing, so it's creating that tension in it. Good question. Anything else? All right, why don't we go back and forth? Like I said, have them hop over, and instead of just landing on the foot, give a real big hop to the side, because that's usually when I do it. It frees that foot to then just slap back in and connect it with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Do one on each side and then switch. Yeah, and this is
format.
try creep. Yeah, because when you pinch it down, it actually feels like you lose. Keep it high, and you get the pressure that you're pushing down. Yeah, and then you're lifting up your hips, and then you're like going down. Try to get that heel. Try to get the heel in the heel. In the hip pocket. Right there. Yeah. And you want to be much tighter. This. So that you want to like about the finish. So that one, inner thigh. Inner thigh. Yeah. And then that one goes out. Yep. And you don't necessarily want to pinch your knees on this one. And in fact, I feel like you got a lot more pressure when you keep it up. And then when you're looking down, you're doing hip it.
Oh, it's the other.
What we're doing right now, we're just doing the leg.
Yeah.
So then hook that one on the inner thigh. Yep, right foot. Right foot on the inner thigh here. Yep. Heel. Heel. In the hip pocket. Yeah. And then, yeah, you don't want to pinch your legs in this one. You want to drive this leg down and create that. Yeah. So then when you're actually going to finish, you're turning your head. So just like I said, so this is more focus on the legs. We'd be doing all those extra steps. But right now, we're just getting to yeah, I like to put my heel into the hips. And cramp. Yeah, this one has more room to rack as much as I do. Yeah. I still do it. Not anymore. Right. So you want to pull yourself in. You want your hips to make. Yeah. That's the pressure that you're trying to get. And this one up instead of pitching. Yeah. It creates a little bit of pressure this way. Because when you're down here and you're pushing up like that. Just a little it makes a difference.
Chase me basically because I'm the happy. I see why he's like.
And that in that motion, you have the opportunity to really slide down on this.
Like, now I think about it.
It's just you look through the movement so fluid. I was like,
Kind of kick
okay.
your foot out. And so like I'm working that. You still have that opportunity.
As soon as I come up, I'd probably do the top leg also. Just as a as your panic defense.
It's just like a matter
I was thinking about this, and like, I forgot what that steel was.
Oh yeah.
I don't mess with it a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? When I put it right to your chest?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it is? The steel?
Or sock.
Sock? I don't know.
Never actually.
All right, let's bring it in. We're gonna give another variation of this. This is Helena Streetmar or whatever. The way she does it is the same with when you're gonna do big scoot over, pop it, big scoot. So, except when she does it, she hooks here and comes over top on the knee. So now everything is isolating the knee down, and I actually feel like I could probably stand here without any extra effort to it. But we're gonna. So it's real tight, and so if you want to try, instead of putting the foot in the hip there, when you end up coming over top, are you feeling it?
Oh, there's an
Yeah. And then we do our normal, like Nathan was asking, what I was doing here was just showing the leg portion of this. We weren't going for the actual finish, but we will always be replacing our elbow with our shoulder. I'm gonna be here, and then I'm gonna be looking away. I'm not gonna do that. But that's the same thing. If you want to go back and forth, we'll just do like 2 minutes. Try that instead. Just feel what it's like when you get that inside and then come over top high over that knee. See if you like that feeling any better. But either one, like I said, most of the time I go for that hip pocket if they do that escape. But I had been playing around just a little bit with getting over top of that knee the way she does. She wins world championships. I don't, so I figure it's probably good.
Who is she?
Helen. Straight up.
Oh, okay.
My only question is, which one have you hit more success with, like, why?
Oh, my foot in the hip pocket. That's just because I tried that one way more. I have hit the over the knee. It's just with any of these, and this is a good time to address it. So if our first defense is going to be the boot and the straight leg, we're going to be popping the heel off of us as we're shifting our hip back and we're going here. The big thing is going to be keeping this knee from letting him go belly down. Because any of these, as soon as he starts going belly down, I'm really in trouble. And I need to pull this back hard to fight and get my position back and fight this leg in the inside. So, our standard defenses are going to be, as soon as he starts to get it, I'm going to boot and straighten my leg. We're always going to try doing this cross side. A lot of times in scrambles, I have found success in my scrambles. Instead of crossing my body, I'm giving up the use of this hand entirely. And I've been lucky enough that if I can grab the toes, bend, I'm using this hand to pull him in or stop him from going over. Most of the time we're not just gonna find ourselves, oops, I was taking a nap and I'm here, now what do I do to get out of it? I know everyone always says the best thing to do to get out of it is to get there in the first place, but I really do feel that way with straight ankles a lot. Like, you had so many opportunities to do so many things prior to this, and you just decided not to do any of them. If you're in this position, you're in trouble. So it's a real fight. From here, if I were to find myself in a real roll with Ian locked in like this and stretched out, I'm going to be tapping. If I find him just a little looser or something, and I can get his head and we're showing these perfect, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna push and I'm gonna go like this. Really, it's jujitsu. I'm gonna be grabbing his head, I'm gonna be swearing, I'm gonna be, cursing, whatever is going on, and I'm gonna be stepping over and get out of there. And now he's gonna be hooking that, and now I know that he's gonna be switching sides. So now I am going to, as I said before, let them stab. We're not gonna let the person stab, right? Because the defense to this is to not let him get that on in the first place. So it's gonna be boot, straight leg, extend, come up, and start working on something that we can go into. But when we go back and forth, it's really just gonna be, you do get caught into this circuit. Here, there, off, and you do go back and forth, and it gets real frustrating. So try to stop that cycle as soon as you can.
It just hit me like a ton of bricks because when we rolled, it was last year, but when we rolled, you kept doing that to me in one of our full rolls.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to piece together. You kept doing that because there was so many opportunities for me to not let you do that.
Right. You need to do something. You can't just let the person keep hitting that. You gotta try interrupting. When you do one reason why I've been doing the switching to the inside when it goes on there. One reason why I've been doing that a lot is because people have been finding that if they just go like this, I'm just gonna build a ramp on this. So then they go, oh, I need to get way out. So then they'll escape way out, and you got that. What you do need, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is cut that angle as far as possible towards 90. Straight, boop, leg, up and over, and you want to keep going, and you want to keep that leg from coming over, but you also want to keep your leg away from him hooking on it. So you need to get around to the side and get the foot on the inside and then kick. Okay? So why don't you go back and forth with the big step over, see if you can get that foot over the knee, see if you like the way it feels, see if you think it's tighter. Ask your partner what way they think it's tighter. Do it both ways. First time put your foot in the hip and start going for that straight ankle, and then switch it up, do the over the knee and see if it's any better. Okay? Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Are you going over your own knee? Like this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you do above your own knee.
Yeah, it'll depend on where you got your knee, because if you pull this up higher, yeah, then it would be fine too. You're really trying to focus on getting that.
It's good.
Yeah. You want to focus.
You can literally finish it right there. That's not tight. Because it's the isolation. Here versus just over there. Now this is still loose.
Except it's isolated.
That's if you're done.
I feel like you didn't feel that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, everyone, when you get that foot over, because we're attacking and we're trying to keep everything as tight as possible, that foot that's going over top of the knee, you're doing like a hamstring curl with that. You're trying to compress everything as much as possible. All right?
Yeah, I'm still, if I stand this, I had a felt last time.
Like, in a good way.
This would be especially good for like your thin flexible. No, it's been flexing that wide compared to me.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like because it's so easy because it doesn't. It's just so hard to like geometrically get your.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do much.
That's not all. It feels good. One thing. So you were here, and I saw Ryan. I don't know. I'm assuming you're using your floor. But then Jeff always talks about literally trying to put your shoulders there, so you're like going up.
Maybe someone has ramps for hips.
So where do you want with this understep? Understep. What you just showed me.
Oh, then that's back. So this was after we saw here.
I was thinking stay above them and just don't stop them to that line. No. Okay.
I think I actually did know. There's a different group of
Is there a name for that leg configuration?
I have no idea. I don't know the names of any of those.
And body height.
Yeah.
I'm a little longer, it's a little easier for him to get that.
Really
Yeah, get back up for a
that's
bit.
another part of it. Is like the main point is that instead of putting the pressure on the collar, get up, pulling it towards the floor. Yeah,
That slides right into place.
All right. Bring it in. Everyone like that one?
Oh, yeah.
Different, a little tighter. It's another variation, it's an option. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna be going for the foot on the hip and they're gonna push it off and you'll just go, oh look. Pull it up and go on the knee instead. We'll do some situational starting from Ashi. And then we'll get into some full weight. Alright? Get a drink.
See the new karate kick coming out? Yeah.
Are you gonna do kung fu again this time? Karate kid, but something.
Jiu-jitsu this time.
I always thought that was so silly.
It's a white belt that
They
beats a
made
black
the new
belt.
Karate Kid, but he was actually doing kung fu the whole time.
Bonus question.
See, I had something to say, but I just feel like it's so out of pocket. But I have a very valid point. Y'all remember the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith in?
That was the one I'm talking about.
What the hell was they expecting him to do? To get jumped? Like he's the only black kid in fucking China. Of course he's gonna get jumped. That's why I'm over here
It
like.
was Japan. That's the problem. Kung Fu.
I just felt bad for poor Jay. That's why he is the way he is now.
Don't ask so many questions. Alright. I don't have access to my clock, so I'm just gonna keep it on my handy dandy little. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Come on, so I know it's been hard to adjust it. I feel like it's been a year. I was like, I bet it has. You've been having a year worth of ass whoopings in one
Set it for 4 minutes.
Get that off my chest. It's very disappointing in that movie. Yeah, for years.
Hey, Brian. Yo, sorry. You ever use your phone app for that?
No, I don't have it on there.
It's really easy to grab if you get the app.
Yeah, I'll have to.
He's getting older and it's hard for him to do the
Yeah, look,
I would venture to guess I might be the oldest person.
unless I can ask Siri how to do it for me, I can't.
Hey Siri, can you give me this app?
Siri, your name is now motherfucker.
No, I'm because I'm recording.
Ready?
Yep.
Single X.
Yeah, start from.
And so like, when do you stop? If you get out of position?
Yeah, whoever. No, go for subs in this. We're not just doing escapes.
I thought we did.
Yeah, start from Ashi.
And you go or go full roll?
Go, yeah. And if you
Want to start?
finish, then switch positions and go again. Go. Remember, tension release.
Good chasing
Tap
that one.
early.
That's one for it, dude.
That was interesting. I had to change directions as you came around. I had to change my spin. No, this is
Oh no, we were gonna go. Okay. We were just starting it somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. I have been game months. Months. I've been paying for nothing.
No.
Yes. Yes. Same foot too. That was a good transition though. For real.
Nice. I'll do it.
You bring your right arm over the back of the head. Good right arm, bring it over. No, you want to keep that lock.
No, he's just trying to help him 3/4.
I'm just gonna bully this right
Oh
out.
yeah, you did.
know. Just go for that.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I know, I love it.
I gotta look out for that shut of yours, man. Yeah, because it was like, it was gonna be
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was trying to see if I could.
I want to do that, girl. See you, Jason.
New partners.
You can have him next.
That's a strong close guard you got there, sir.
This is
Tapping now.
You can work through it, it's okay. I don't mind. As long as Chris don't know. If you want to show him, if you want to show him. Oh, okay. What gear do you want? To pull it. If you pull this one in and split the legs.
I just got done, so I was just watching. Yeah, I was working out.
I thought they We're
Thank you for your service. Appreciate you, see.
See y'all.
Take care, my friend.
Thanks.
I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, Dave, can you push his feet down? And his toes.
They're like, what are you
Belly
doing?
down.
I was like,
Pull that leg
you
back.
never been opposite of what you were told.
Chat.
You're right. You're right. You're very dangerous for sure. What the hell was that? I mean,
That was impolite.
You doing that? Yeah, sure. I gotta get out of here eventually.
his heel was exposed. So when he went for his heel, but then he finished his good heel before he could get his heel. I could tell I need to work on my foot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Are you doing better?
Alright, 658.
One more? I got one more.
Hey, you guys want to go one more?
I do a short one. I'll go full time.
What's up, Justin?
Is it Lucas?
Thank you so hold down the show.
Oh, you're top knot holder. You gotta grow the hair out, man.
That's how it's too short. Skirt, dude. I'm not fully given yet. I'm just like, I'm trying to get the play box.
Hey, at least you can grow hair. At least you can grow hair. I'll take it easy if you just get some hair. I gotta get up on me.
You got it.
I can't just pull toe hold out of my ass.
Big knuckle.
Yep.
Lord knows I was trying.
My ankle was getting there, but I was still safe for them for a moment.
You gotta get out of here. Get around here. That was fun.
That was fun. That was good. Fast.
All thanks to Ben. MMA coach.
Okay. Your picture's in there, right, Lucas?
Yeah, for my kickboxing fight. My last one.
How'd you do?
That was the only one I lost. I got a cool picture on the last one.
I figured you got the picture. Won the other one.
Yeah, 2-1 this. That's fine.
Okay. That's cool, man.
That was pretty cool.
How fast your heart rate go before you started?
That time I was freaking out a little bit, but I was the co-main event that time.
Yeah. That's legit,
I mean,
man.
it's a small show, so that's cool. Just scared.
Right.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
What's up, Ducky? You're up here early today. Oh, yeah, that's a good feeling. I'm up here early. Didn't work. I didn't even think to ask you. Alright.
It's all right. Well, you want to stay down there?
Yeah, no. I'll take it over there.
Alright, come on in for a picture, guys.
Yeah, picture.
Oh, beautiful. The blind boy. You see everybody?
Hey, I wear glasses. I don't see that bad. Oh, that bad.
Alright, so who hit a straight ankle?
I think everyone.
I got one hit on.
I was like, I saw.
Yeah, that's close.
Who tried transitioning to the foot on the hip? Did it work?
Yes. I did something. It's fun.
Big success. Who ended up trying for that? I don't know.
It was a good feint, though. I mean, you can set that up.
Right? It's one of those things that it's just all options. That's all it is. So, whatever you find yourself landing in and whatever.
So let's see. We got straight lock Jeff, toe hold Justin. Lock shot for you, hook loose.
Alright. We don't have anything going on.
6 a.m.
More 6 a.m. Come tomorrow. Dog bars. Alright?
They actually have